So I start with blending just the Eleosaurus directly from the cup in the whole layout. So I need at least about 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes for blend all the Eleosaurus. And Chris, I think you can speak now a little bit.
So you know what the main difference is? You see there's no water inside at the moment. So this is really a main difference between, in the past you always filled up the water, then put the gravel. Just forget about that. This is much more easy. If you put the gravel first, put the hardscape, put the plants then. You know, we had a demonstration about half a year ago. We have been to one of the big chain stores here in Germany, and we demonstrate this technique that the water comes at the end. And the people were really surprised. What? You put so much gravel in this little tank? We had a nano tank, and we filled it up half at least, and we put a big rock inside. And everybody said, hey, this is too much. But in the end, everybody of these leaders of the shops, they wanted to have this aquarium because it really looked great. So it's a different style of scaping like it was 30, 40 years ago. So that's one of the main differences. And in fact, it's not too hard to do it. It's just, in fact, 3 steps. Put the gravel, scape it a little, put the rocks, put the plants. More easy than in the past. And you will see, you know, the aquarium over there, the first one with the rocks over there, we did it in 20 minutes. I mean, Ollie did it. So 20 minutes. So it's not that hard to do it. And it's very important that you show your customers, you need to have a lot of aquariums to show what is possible. This is something we are missing, or I'm missing, especially when I go to shops and see, hey, what are you showing? What will your customers buy? If you don't show, they will not buy. If you have a nice scaped aquarium in the shop, the people will say, hey, I want this. The other thing is that I would like to establish the professional aquascaper in the shops. You know, all these fashion companies, nice fashion companies, they have professional people doing the things. And in the aquaristic, we say to the guy who came at last to work, hey, can you please do the aquarium? We need to sell it. This is not working. We need professional people who scape, who go to shops and do this all day long. So this is what I would like to establish. Ollie is one of the professional, in fact, I think you are the only professional aquascaper in Europe. Just go to the shops, scape some nice aquarium, and I'm sure you will sell 3 or 4 times more aquariums if you sell nice ones. Because this is inspiration, this is emotion. So this is what I would like to put a finger and say, hey guys, look at that and pay attention on that. You know, 3-4 years ago I said, aquascaping will be the new thing. And the guy said, well, I don't know, I never heard about this before. And now if you walk around, you will see a lot of nice tanks. Even the guys in the back there, Juwel, I think, really old-fashioned company, man. But they also have nice aquascapes now.
So I am back here. I need some minutes to plant these tanks, and in this case I just plant the plants around the rocks and not in the other free spaces. The reason was that you're getting big islands with plants and the roots breeding out. So after a while you have the big islands with plants, and also the other kind of the aquarium is covered with a plant, but it looks more natural. So this is the reason I have 3 zones between these island rocks, and it looks much more better, but you have to be the idea how it looks after a while. That's important. So I think I have few of the Eleosaurus parvula, and then I put in only one last plant. All right, just for here. And you need CO2 for the system. It's very important, but by the way, when you use an active soil, like my nature soil, the water, after filling the water, if I measure now the pH of the 2 tanks I set up yesterday, the pH is of 6.8 from alone, because the soil reduced the carbonate hardness and lowered the pH. So this is very important to know when you're using kind of soil, and it's very important to making a water change every 3-4 days, because the soil softens the water very strong and release ammonium and other kind that recently that is important to using plants in this layout because the plants they're using also the ammonium, and this is just to know. So I just plant the rest of the tendulus behind, and that's all for this layout. Okay, for the beginning it looks a little bit ugly, not ugly, but a little bit boring. But you need to have the fantasy to know how a tank looks after a few months, and that's very important. So we are close to the finish, and then I fill the water. I think it's getting really quick this time. I just put some plants here. So because of the lamps they are here, it's not easy to come inside. Okay. I think overall it's okay. And now we have to spray the plants. So if you have a big tank and you set up a tank in the dry version like here, don't forget to spray the plants, because after a while they start to drying, and if you do something like this, the plants survive for many hours. So I'm finished with spraying, and now we start with the water. I hope the water is ready for me this time. I just put a little bit kitchen towel on the ground to avoid the floating of the soil and the floating of the plants. And when I start to fill in the water, I switch on my phone and Chris can say some words.
Yeah, what we would like to demonstrate is I called it popular aquascaping, because that what Amano is doing is high end. And what I don't want is that the people are in front of the tank, I never can do this. This is not what we want. What we want is that the people say, hey, I can do that, what you do. So what we call it, Oliver, also you agree, popular aquascaping, that everybody, all the guys, the young people say, I can do that as well. We have a book coming out in February, I think, right, Oli? Showing a lot of scaping tanks and the way to get to a scape, you know, like all the steps. So you can follow very easy. That's coming out in February 2013, beginning next year. And we want to support, of course, the aquascaping trend, and that's why we do these kind of things.
So and now I just close to the finish, and I remove, I switch off my phone for a few seconds to making some small step, some small preparation here. And Chris say some words, and then we are finished.
So I would like to thank everybody that I know it's very hard to be here for 20, 30 minutes. You all have business to do. But thanks for coming, thanks for listening, thanks for looking at Oliver's creation.